So I go to this rehearsal, and it's Bob Cranshaw on bass, Eddie Moore, a drummer, who was San Francisco based and was playing with Sonny at the time, and Sonny. And I walk into this rehearsal studio, and it's the three of them and me. And we proceed to play, and he tells me to go sit out in the waiting room, and he'll be right out. So he comes out, and he asks me if I want to go on tour with him. And I said, oh, I can't. I'm in high school. I'm a senior in high school. I got to graduate high school. He's like, oh, yeah, right. I'm sorry, right. Well, I'll give you a call. So he says he's going to give me a call when he gets home from this tour. He's about to do some college dates. So I thought, yeah, okay, I know Sonny now. He's going to call me and check in and say hello and whatever. So he calls several months later and asks me if I'm available to play Carnegie Hall with him. I had just heard the ad on the radio on the jazz station, that morning or the morning before I was getting ready for school. And I hear, yes, Sonny Rollins with special guest Donald Byrd at Carnegie Hall, January 17th. It was like a week before my birthday. And so I was excited, told my mom, yeah, Mom, we get to go to that because I know him now. And a couple of nights later, the phone rings. I'm sitting at my desk doing my homework, and my mom knocks on my door and says, the phone. I'm like, I can't, I'm doing my homework. And she says, no, I think you better pick up. And it was him, and he says, yeah, I'm just calling to see if you're available to play this date with me. So that was my first gig with him. I should call that a performance. That's what that was. And Donald Byrd was on it, and it was two guitar, me and R.L. Ray. So that was that. And then I went off to college, and I got to see him. He came to the Berkeley Performance Center with the Milestone All-Stars, which included Al Foster on drums, Ron Carter on bass, McCoy Tyner on piano, and Donald Byrd, special guest for that show. And I really, really wanted to play with him again and do it like on a regular basis and that kind of thing. I remember being so overwhelmed with that feeling that I had to leave the concert for a short time and go back to my dorm room and get myself together. Because I knew I wanted to go backstage, but I didn't want to be weird. So I watched the rest of the show, and then I went back and saw everybody and spoke to him. And that next year I moved back to New York to finish school. I wanted to be back home and closer to the action, as it were. And wound up doing different things and eventually recording my first record, Clean Sweep. And the story goes that Sonny was reading the newspaper one day and he saw an ad for Clean Sweep in the paper, and that jogged his memory. I wonder if he listened to it or not. I would think that maybe he did, to see, like, I wonder if this guy sounds any better. It's been 3 years or whatever, 2 or 3 years. And he wound up calling me and asked me to work with him then on a regular basis. That started the first 5-year tenure with him.